What is going on, you guys? It is Eric from the Anabolic Aliens. I was just about to head to the gym when I remembered that I should probably make this video for you guys, and it's about bulking for beginners. Now, if you don't already know me, I am the second half of Anabolic Aliens. A lot of you are coming over from Mike's intense 5-minute workouts, so welcome to the channel, especially all you guys from India who have been subscribing, so what's up, India? But my background is primarily nutrition science. I graduated last year with my degree in nutrition science. Mike is actually finishing up his degree at UNH in nutrition science, so he'll be graduating this year. So congrats, Mike. But let's dive into this video real quick. It's about bulking for beginners. Now, I know a lot of you guys are super confused of how much goes into actually building muscle as far as the diet is concerned, but it's really not that complicated. And I want to tell you guys what you need in order to set it up. So what you're going to need, first of all, it's very simple, is a mirror. The mirror will check your body composition. You can see where you're progressing, see where you need to progress, and also see where you're regressing if you're screwing anything up. So if you're gaining fat in a certain area, you can see it. If you're building muscle in a certain area, you can see it, etc. So you obviously need a mirror to start. Number two is I want you guys to take a lot of pictures of yourself. So from all angles, relaxed, flexed. That way you can analyze each one. You don't have to take a picture every single day. I would take a picture about once per week from every angle, flex and unflex, just to make sure that you're progressing the way you want to. Another thing you're going to need is a scale to weigh yourself, just to make sure that that number is going in the direction you want it to. So if you're trying to gain weight, like you probably are if you're watching this video, then you want to make sure that number is going up nice and steadily. That's something we're going to talk about. And also if you're trying to lose weight, maybe you're just watching this video because you like our channel, obviously you want to make sure that number is going down, again, steadily and nothing dramatic. If you want to take it one step further, what you also could do is get your body fat tested at your gym with the calipers or whatever system they have at the gym. Or you can invest in what I personally have, which is a handheld body fat analyzer, also known as bioelectrical impedance calculator. That's a mouthful. But you can get one of those, and it's not the most accurate thing on the planet, but it does help you get an idea of where you stand. And you can also see if you're progressing or regressing, because most of the time they're pretty consistent, except for the fact that it may vary depending on what time of day you do it. So you want to make sure you're doing it at the same time every single day. So when you weigh yourself, wake up in the morning, take a piss, take a number 2 if you have to, and just weigh yourself and then track your body fat if you have that option available. Take a look at yourself in the mirror, and if it's the first day of the week, snap a pic. So the next thing you're gonna have to do is get all your personal information. So your height, your age, your weight, your gender, a variety of information. So you're going to have to plug this into a calculator. So the most popular calculator on the market, I would say, and I'm pretty sure this is worldwide for all you people watching, is MyFitnessPal. It's free, it has a huge food library, and it's very simple and user-friendly. And we're not affiliated with them, so it's just a free app, so you guys can just go download it. If you guys know a better calorie counting app, please list it down below. I don't care if it costs money, because if it's good, I need one for myself too, because I'm getting kind of over the MyFitnessPal thing. I need something new. But anyways, so you're gonna type in all your information into this app. Once you download it, it's gonna force you to make a profile, and then it's going to ask you what your goals are. And depending on what you answer is going to go through a whole formula and set up your diet for you, so you can check out how much you actually need to eat, which is awesome. But MyFitnessPal in particular has a few drawbacks, because some of the things are under recommended in my opinion, and some things are over recommended. So there's a little bit of a twisting that you need to do in order to make it work correctly. What it usually does is it underestimates your protein goal, because it's assuming that it's just a general person who's just casually trying to lose weight. And I know a lot of you guys, if you're watching this video, you probably do some sort of exercise, whether it be in the gym or one of Mike's intense workouts. So obviously your protein goal is going to be a little bit different than someone who doesn't actually break down their muscle as much as you guys do. So let's start with this. So it's gonna ask you how much weight you wanna gain. And I'm gonna say gain for this whole video, because this video is about bulking. So let's say you wanna gain weight. The best number, in my personal opinion, is just gaining about 1 pound per week. Because if you're in your first year of lifting, so you're a beginner, you are primed to put on a ton of muscle in your first year of lifting, which is super exciting and great news for all of you. Just know that it doesn't happen right away. It does take a few months. So 1 pound per week is a great place to start. Now, obviously, if you're trying to be more aggressive and you want to gain weight even faster, there is really no problem with increasing the amount of weight you want to gain. So it will ask usually a ½ pound, 1 pound, 1 pound and a half, 2 pounds. The higher you want to gain is just you're increasing the risk of fat that you're going to accumulate while you're doing this. So a good place to start is like right in the middle at about 1 pound per week, which is going to be an additional 500 calories per day over your maintenance amount. So after you plug in all this information, it's going to give you your goals. And when you see your goals, it's going to tell you how many calories you need to eat, how much protein, carbs, and fat. But we're going to tweak the protein just a little bit. So the general rule of thumb, especially for someone who's trying to gain weight, you actually eat less protein than someone who is trying to lose weight. So the typical formula I use for someone who's trying to bulk or gain muscle mass is about 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein per kg of body weight. Now, there is absolutely no problem with eating more protein over this amount. Just know that it's not really going to provide any additional benefit, and this is probably the most optimal, can't even speak, number that you can possibly input in order to make this work. So what you have to do on the app, on the free version, is adjust the percentages to make it as close to that number as possible as far as the protein goal is concerned. Then you're going to look at your fats. Now, you want to make sure you're eating fat. Fat is not a bad thing, okay? Fat is not bad. You want to make sure you're eating good fats though, like your olive oil, your avocado, your fish oil. Healthy fats, guys. Obviously, you can have some saturated fats in there as well too. You just want to make sure you don't overdo it because it's not that great for you, but you definitely have to have some in moderation. So that number is going to be typically between 20 to 30% of your diet. What I like to do personally, because I know you guys like to hear what I like to personally do, is 25%. It's right in the middle. It's super good. Fats will keep you satiated. They'll keep you feeling more, you have more vitality, I would say. So I keep it at 25% because if I drop it too low, I feel kind of lethargic and tired. So that's a great number. You can obviously tweak it as necessary. And if you feel like you're not getting full enough during the day, you can also increase your fats to increase your satiety level, which is super nice. Then let's talk about carbohydrates, and everything else in the diet is just going to go straight to your carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are one of the easiest macronutrients, probably the easiest to consume. You can get it anywhere, but we want to focus on quality ones, guys. We don't want to be just eating a bunch of junk. So your fruits, your vegetables, your whole grains, your beans, quinoa, you can be creative with these, but just know that whatever works best for you is what you should eat, and all of the remaining macronutrients, so the percent bar, you're just gonna have to move up until it completes the 100% that you'll see at the bottom. So once you have that all set up, all you have to do is just keep monitoring your progress. So checking the mirror, checking the weight, checking your photos, just making sure that everything is headed in the right direction. And if it's not, and you're not gaining as much weight as you want, you just eat more. You just increase your caloric goal. So you'll take your number that you have. Let's say it's 2,500 calories. If you're not gaining a pound per week and you're gaining maybe a half pound per week, then you know what to do, exactly what to do. You just increase it another half pound per week manually. So you go in your custom goals tab and you'll change your goal to 2,750 calories. Try that for a few weeks and see how it works. So it's about auto regulation. You just have to make sure that you're getting what you need. And if you're not, you just change it. And that way you just aim to shoot towards your new goal to make sure you're hitting those numbers the way you want to. Now, obviously, guys, you don't have to use a calorie counting app. The best thing you can do if you don't want to do that is follow your protein, right? Know that a fist size is about 1 serving of protein, about 30 to 40 grams, depending how big your hands are. If you have a big hand, you're probably eating more like 50 grams, but besides the point, and you want to be getting at least 3 to 4 of those per day. Let's say 4 just to be safe. That will make sure you're getting enough protein. As far as carbohydrates are concerned, just make sure you're eating a wide variety of fruits and vegetables, but also eating plenty of bigger grains because they're more calorically dense. That way you make sure you're gaining weight, because if you're eating a bunch of lettuce and cucumbers and celery, it's going to equate to basically nothing. And as far as fats are concerned, just stay away from a lot of processed junk because they're going to have a lot of fat in them. Stay away from too much dairy. A little dairy is okay, but just make sure you're getting it from good, healthy sources like I mentioned earlier. And basically you want to eat to the point where you're not totally full, like you want to puke, but just eating enough to where you feel good, you feel satiated, you feel like you don't really need to eat more, and just do that about 4 to 5 times per day, and you should be able to gain some weight and build some muscle. So I hope this video was pretty straightforward for you guys. I kind of gave the best of both worlds. So it was more like a beginner to intermediate video, but I hope you guys learned something from it. Make sure you leave comments down below, especially the ones that I mentioned earlier in the video, if you guys have any recommendations for me for things I should talk about or things I should have mentioned in the this video that you guys can list down below, because I will be more than happy to talk with you guys down there, because our discussion never ends in the video. It always ends in the comments, so we can keep talking about things in there for as long as you guys would like. I hope you guys liked the video. I think I said it like 3 times already, but I will see you guys in the next one. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Love you guys. Bye.